Okay, my dear student, very good morning. In the last session, I have to study the compounds of an oxygen and ozone. What are the properties of an oxygen and ozone? Clear? And the another elements in the group 16. In the last session, I have to study the group 16th elements. The oxygen means dioxygen and ozone. What are the properties of dioxygen and ozone? In this session, I have to discuss sulfur and its compounds. Clear? Sulfur and its compound. The sulfur is the second element in the group 16. Clear? Oxygen admele next barodu sulfur. First, what is the atomicity? Suppose the atomicity of an oxygen is 2. Oxygen is exists as a diatomic gas. Okay? But sulfur exists in an octaatomic in nature. Clear? And the sulfur is an octaatomic crown shaped structure anta ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Suppose ನೀವು ಈ ಥರ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಕಿರೀಟ ನೋಡಿತ್ರ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಥರ ಕ್ರೌನ್ ಶೇಪ್ಡ್ ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಎಸ್ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 is an 8-membered ring. It's called a crown shaped structure, and the sulfur exists as a 2 allotropic form. Sulfur is an exist in 2 allotropic form. First one is a rhombic sulfur, and the second allotropic form is a monoclinic sulfur. The first allotropic form is a rhombic sulfur, and the second one is called monoclinic sulfur. Clear? Next, at room temperature, rhombic sulfur is more stable. Suppose, sir, why it is called as a rhombic, why it is called as a monoclinic? Suppose in your the physical chemistry chapter, you have to study the solid state. You have to study why it is called, what is the reason for why it is called as a rhombic, why it is called as a monoclinic. You have to study that chapter only. Room temperature, rhombic sulfur is more stable. As the increases the temperature, the rhombic sulfur is converted into the monoclinic sulfur. Clear? But this symbol you already know, that's the equilibrium. When the rhombic sulfur and monoclinic sulfur are equilibrium, at what temperature? That temperature is called transition temperature. That temperature is called transition temperature. That temperature is at 369 Kelvin. At 369 Kelvin, both rhombic sulfur and monoclinic sulfur are in equilibrium. That temperature is called transition temperature. You have to study in your first PUC thermodynamics chapter, enthalpy of transition means that 2 allotropic form is an exist then equilibrium. That temperature is called transition temperature. Okay? That the transition temperature of a sulfur is 369 Kelvin. Suppose temperature increase ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ rhombic is converted into what? Monoclinic. Clear? Above temperature above 369 monoclinic is more stable. Below 369 rhombic sulfur is more stable. At exactly 369, both allotropic form of a sulfur are equilibrium in nature. Okay? Na? Next, go to the first compound of an sulfur is an sulfur dioxide. Let us consider the first compound of sulfur is sulfur dioxide. How it is prepared in the laboratory. First note sulfides or hydrogen sulfides. You already know that in our lab, you know that the sulphate, clear? What is meant by sulfides? Ion SO3 2 minus called sulphate. The oxidation state of an sulfur is +4. SO4 2 minus is called the sulphate. The oxidation state of an sulfur is n +6. Another important point, sulfide ion of the kritra. Sulfide oxidation state is a 2 minus. S2 minus is called a sulfide ion. SO4 2 minus is called sulphate ion, and SO3 2 minus is called sulfide ions. Next, the hydrogen sulfide is HSO3 minus. It's called hydrogen sulfide. Okay. The salts of sulfides and hydrogen sulfides can be treated with dilute HCl or H2SO4. The salts of sulfides or salts of an hydrogen sulfides is treated with HCl or H2SO4 to give a sulfur dioxide gas. It is the first methods of preparation of your compound sulfur dioxide in the laboratory. In this, you have to understand some important concept. Sulfate. What is the formula? SO3 2 minus. What is meant by sulfate? SO4 2 minus. Clear? What is meant by sulfate? S2 minus. Sulfide, sulfate and sulfide is differing only in the oxidation state of an sulfur. Sulfide +4, sulfate +6 and sulfide is 2 minus. Salts means you have to analyze the analysis of an acid radical and basic radical. In your lab, salt is contained one cation and one anion. So let us consider sulfate. You taken as a sodium sulfate, Na2SO3. Clear? Sodium sulfate bare. Sodium sulfate Na2SO4. Clear? Sulfate. Na2SO3. Sodium sulfite. Treated with what? HCl or H2SO4 to gives NaCl 2 moles plus evolution of an sulfur dioxide plus H2O. That is the first reactions. In our laboratory, sulfur dioxide is prepared by treated with salts of sulfide or hydrogen sulfide with dilute HCl or H2SO4 like in sodium sulfite to give an evolution of an sulfur dioxide gas. Suppose in your an ionic form, suppose in example, sheet example, suppose SO3 2 minus is an ionic form. In the HCl, what is the acid? It gives an H plus ion, 2H plus to gives SO2 plus H2O. ಈ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇದನ್ನಾರು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಪ್ಲಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ದ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟ್? ದ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆನ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಸಲ್ಫೈಡ್. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ sodium bisulfite. It's also called sodium hydrogen sulfite. Treated with an HCl to give an evolution of an sulfur dioxide gas followed by the formation of water and NaCl. In your ionic form, HSO3 minus plus H plus. This is only one more. H plus to gives SO2 plus H2O. This is the laboratory methods for preparation of your compound sulfur dioxide. Okay, na? Next, move on to how does the sulfur dioxide reaction with another compounds like your NaOH. Next, whether the sulfur dioxide acts as an oxidizing agent or reducing agent. Clear? Which condition it behaves as a reducing agent, that's another important concept. Okay, next, what are the physical properties? Sulfur dioxide is an pungent smelling gas. Okay, no doubt. Next, reaction with NaOH. The first chemical reactions of an sulfur dioxide is reaction with NaOH, means what? Sodium hydroxide. Suppose the sulfur dioxide gas is passed through your sodium hydroxide solution to the formation of an sodium sulphide and the water, H2. Clear? This is the same, the resemblance of an carbon dioxide reaction with an alkali. Clear? Alkali means the sodium hydroxide. Suppose, best example, you lime water test anta madirtharu nodi. Calcium hydroxide, lime water, calcium hydroxide, pass through your carbon dioxide gas, you get a precipitation, formation of a calcium carbonate. In the same, the sulfur dioxide is passed through and sodium hydroxide to the formation of sodium sulphide along with your water molecules. Clear? The next reactions of sulfur dioxide is with chlorine. With chlorine. Sulfur dioxide is undergoes an addition reaction. That's very important. Sulfur dioxide is undergoes an addition reaction with chlorine in the presence of a charcoal to give SO2 Cl2 is called sulfuryl chloride. It undergoes an addition reaction in the presence of what? Charcoal. Charcoal as a catalyst. Suppose you have to study in your detail in your chapter surface chemistry what is meant by an adsorption. You have to study sulfur dioxide gas and chlorine gas reaction with an undergoes an addition reaction to give an compound what? SO2 Cl2. The name of the compound is called sulfuric chloride. In your the organic chemistry you have to study SOCl2. It's called thionite. SOCl2 is called what? Thionite chloride. SO2Cl2 is called sulfuric chloride. And also sulfur dioxide is also undergoes an addition reaction with an oxygen in the presence of V2O5 means vanadium pentoxide as a catalyst to give sulfur. Oxygen estide, mooride, trioxide. These are the reactions with an sodium hydroxide and chlorine. Okay. Sulfur dioxide, it acts as a reducing agent. Clear? What is meant by reduction? What is meant by the reducing agent? Reducing agent, the agent which do the reduction. Reduction means what? Addition of an electron. Reducing agent which do the reduction means which have the tendency to what? Give the electron. Clear? At the end of the chemical reaction, any reducing agent, it undergoes an oxidation. That's a very, very important point. Sulfur dioxide, it acts as a reducing agent in the moisture or in the aqueous condition due to the presence of a nascent hydrogen. That's very important. Suppose sulfur dioxide in the presence of an water to give what? H2SO4 plus sulfur dioxide in the aqueous medium, it acts as a reducing agent due to liberation of a nascent hydrogen. In the last session, I have to already explain what is meant by the nascent oxygen is in the properties of an ozone. At the same, the nascent hydrogen is generated inside the reaction mixture. It reduces some organic compound. Let us consider first one by one. Fe2SO4 thrice is called ferric sulphate. Ferric means what? Iron in the presence of an +3 oxidation state. Ferric sulphate, it converted into ferrous sulphate. Ferric, the oxidation state of an iron is a +3. The oxidation state of an iron is a +2. Sulfur dioxide 8. Reduces means reduction. Reduction what? Oxidation number of an element what? Decreases +3 to +2. It reduces ferric salts to ferrous salts and itself it undergoes an oxidation. The oxidation state of an sulfur in sulfur dioxide is +4. Clear? It's then converted into the sulfate ion is a +6. That is the first reaction of an sulfur dioxide. It acts as a reducing agent in the aqueous medium due to liberation of a nascent hydrogen. It reduces ferric salt to ferrous salts and itself it oxidizes to +4 to +6. That is the first. Next, sulfur dioxide gas is passed through a pink color solution of an potassium permanganate KMnO4. The oxidation state of an manganese is +7. Suppose you pass through your sulfur dioxide gas, the pink color is a disappear. Why? The oxidation state +7 is then converted into +2. Manganese sulfate, MnSO4. Manganese sulfate, the KMnO4 is then converted into MnSO4. The oxidation state is varies from +7 to +2. It's called decolorization. Decolor means color variation agutte. Iddange irolla. Pink color is disappear. Hence, this is the one of the identification test for sulfur dioxide. Ondsati kelidre IIT mains alli suppose a unknown gas is passed through your KMnO4 solution. The pink color of an KMnO4 solution is discharges. Identify the oxides or identify the gas of a given gas is an sulfur dioxide is a confirmatory test used for a sulfur dioxide. When sulfur dioxide gas is passed through your KMnO4 solution, the pink color of an KMnO4 solution is discharges. The main reason is a +7 to +7 is converted into +2 oxidation state. These are the two important reducing reactions of sulfur dioxide due to formation of a nascent hydrogen. First, ferric to ferrous, KMnO4 to MnSO4. You have to concentrate this. Okay, agar sulfur dioxide na preparation gottaytu, properties gottaytu, helli use marthi. What is the use? It is used in the manufacture of an sulfuric acid and it is also used as an anti-chlor agent. Suppose you have to study SO2 plus Cl2 means what? Sulfur dioxide is an reaction with an chlorine to give an sulfuryl chloride and it's a very affinity to an chlorine. This compound is used to remove the excess of chlorine. It's called anti-chlor agent. Okay. Next compound of sulfur is sulfuric acid. Let us consider the next another important compounds of an sulfur. Sulfuric acid, molecular formulation H2SO4. It is preparation of an sulfuric acid by contact process. Preparation of a sulfuric acid by contact process. Sulfuric acid, it is also called oil of vitriol anta karite. Oil of vitriol means in highly viscous liquid. Suppose even you chemistry lab alli you have to observe the taken as a bottle of an H2SO4, carefully observe ಮಾಡಿ. Sulfuric acid viscosity ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, thick liquid compared to the ACl and HNO3 is called oil of vitriol means the viscous liquid, highly thick liquid. Okay na? Sulfuric acid is also called what? Oil of vitriol means it's an highly viscous liquid. Next, it can be prepared by the contact process. The four important steps involved in your contact process. Let us come to the first step. Sulfide ore anta ಕರೀತೀವಿ. FeS2 is called iron pyrites or ferrous sulfide or sulfide ore means S2 ಮೈನಸ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸಲ್ಫೈಡ್ ಓರ್ ಆರ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಕೆಲವು ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ S ಪ್ಲಸ್ O2 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. What is the 8 indicates atomicity. Sulfur is exists as an octa ring. S8 sulfur undergoes an oxidation reaction with an oxygen to give an sulfur dioxide, or it is also used some an ore of an sulfide ores, iron pyrites or ferrous sulphate reaction with an oxygen to give an ferrous oxide and sulfur dioxide. That is the first step. First step what important? You get sulfur dioxide by using sulfur or sulphide ores. Clear? Next, the second step ನೋಡಿ. Second step ಹೋಗಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ what is the reaction you have to observe? Delta H. Delta H indicate what? Change in enthalpy. Clear? Its in sign indicates what? Negative. Means it is liberated. It can be plus, it can be absorbed. Then a negative sign indicates what? It is liberated. It is called exothermic in nature. This symbol is called equilibrium. What is the catalyst used? V2O5, vanadium pentoxide used as a catalyst. This is the important observation in the second step. Okay. Second step, sulfur dioxide is converted into sulfur trioxide. You have to observe the important concept what I am telling. Clear? This is the second step is also called important key steps of an preparation of sulfuric acid by contact process. Okay. Second step what you get? Sulfur dioxide is converted to sulfur trioxide by using as a catalyst vanadium pentoxide. The change in enthalpy of that reaction is minus 196.6 kilojoule per mole. Next, in the third step, sulfur trioxide is dissolved in 98% pure sulfuric acid. You get a oleum H2S2O7, also called oleum or double sulfuric acid. I will ask for one more question from this exam. Write the formula for oleum. H2S2O7. It is also called what? Double sulfuric acid. Okay. The last step, the oleum is in highly concentrated. You get a desired concentration is diluted with water to get your desired concentration of a sulfuric acid. In the fourth step, in fourth step, the second step is very important both in your competitive and your board exam, and also that's very important. Suppose once complete the reaction, SO3 plus H2SO4 gives what? H2S2O7. Write the formula for an oleum means H2S2O7. These are the important steps. Next, according to Le-Chatelier's principle. According to Le-Chatelier's principle. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. Le-Chatelier's ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನೀವು ಯಾವ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಹೀಲ್ಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಅಂಗಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ತರಕಾರಿ ತಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ ಅನ್ಕೊಡ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದೋ ಅಂಗಡಿಗೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಒಬ್ಬನು 1 kg ಟೊಮೊಟೊಗೆ 60 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ತಗೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ ನೀವು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 40 rupees, ಓನ್ಲಿ 30, ಓನ್ಲಿ 20 ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಆವಾಗ ನೀವು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಜನ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಹೀಲ್ಡ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಆಪ್ಟಿಮಮ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮಮ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು Le-Chatelier's ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್? The second step is key step for the manufacture of sulfuric acid by contact process. ಈ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ನೀವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಪು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಸೈರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ ಸಲ್ಫ್ಯೂರಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮಮ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್? ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ to maintain the pressure of 2 atmospheric pressure. 2 atmospheric pressure. Clear? That is the first optimum condition to get a maximum of an sulfur trioxide. The second, to maintain the 720 Kelvin as a temperature. An optimum temperature is 720 and optimum pressure is 2 atmospheric pressure, because it's an exothermic, means what? It is liberated. Optimum means what? Maximum. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನೀವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೋದ್ರೇನೂ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬಂದರೂ ಹೋಗೋಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮಮ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. And another important point, vanadium pentoxide V2O5 used as a catalyst for the conversion of sulfur dioxide to sulfur trioxide. Clear? And arsenic impurity ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಸಲ್ಫೈಡ್ ಓರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಸೆನಿಕ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್. To avoid the involving of an impurity, the ore is must be pure form. That is the optimum condition for maximum yield of an sulfur dioxide. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬಂದಷ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓಲಿಯಂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓಲಿಯಂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬಂದಷ್ಟೇ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ವಾಟರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ಡಿಸೈರ್ಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ sulfuric acid. These are the 4 steps in the manufacture of sulfuric acid by contact process. And what are the optimum condition to give a maximum yield of an sulfur trioxide according to Leach-Atelier's principles. Clear? To concentrate these 3. Suppose in your board exam this complete the reaction ta keltare. In the next session you have to write the structure of an oleum or double sulfuric acid. Okay, understand the preparation of a sulfuric acid by contact process. In the next session you have to study what are the properties of sulfuric acid. Okay.